This is the Washington Times front page for Thursday, March 28, 2024. Thanks for joining us. I'm George Gerbo. The bodies of two men were found within the wreckage of the Francis Scott Key Bridge more than a day after it collapsed due to a cargo ship crash. Matt Delaney and Susan Ferricchio report the two victims, 35-year-old Alejandro Fuentes of Baltimore and 26-year-old Dorian Cabrera of Dundalk, were discovered around 10 a.m. inside of a red pickup truck roughly 25 feet underneath the water's surface, according to state police. The victims were part of an 8-man construction crew that went down with the bridge when it collapsed early Tuesday. Two workers who survived the collapse were pulled from the water in the immediate aftermath. State police said the recovery operation will now enter the next phase, which includes removing bridge debris from the ship channel, as well as some vehicles that are still trapped in the structure. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg said money for immediate needs for Baltimore and its port will come from an emergency federal infrastructure fund, but Congress must approve a larger package to pay for a new bridge. Engineers say a replacement could top $600 million and take at least 2 years to build. After a flirtation with moving to Virginia that fell apart after opposition, the Washington Capitals and Wizards will remain in the District of Columbia. Liam Griffin reports Monumental Sports and Entertainment founder Ted Leonsis confirmed the teams will stay in the district through 2050 after Mayor Muriel Bowser announced a $515 million neighborhood redevelopment package. Leonsis said the deal would include a 200,000 square foot expansion of the existing Capital One Arena complex into the adjacent Gallery Place, the creation of an entertainment district in the surrounding Chinatown neighborhood, as well as safety and transportation upgrades. The deal will be put before the D.C. Council on Tuesday, and Council Chairman Phil Mendelson said he expects the proposal to pass without any problems. For the other team based in the district, it's opening day in Major League Baseball, and the Washington Nationals will field a roster of relative unknowns looking to make their mark when the season opens in Cincinnati today. After finishing last in the NL East the past 4 seasons following their 2019 World Series win, Liam Griffin reports General Manager Mike Rizzo and manager Davey Martinez are optimistic that fans will see some of those young players fulfill their promise. Only one player from that 2019 team, pitcher Patrick Corbin, remains in the clubhouse as the team's rebuilding years continue. The Nats boast 3 of the top prospects in MLB's rankings. Outfielder James Wood and last year's number 2 overall pick Dylan Cruz are expected to make their major league debuts. A sweeping Government Accountability Office study found a sizable majority of U.S. service members get 7 hours of sleep or less each night. Ben Wolfgang reports 67% of service members surveyed said they get 6 to 7 hours of sleep per night, and 7% said they get 8 hours or more. Only half described their sleep as good. The Defense Department recommends a minimum of 7 hours, and the consequences could reach far beyond sluggishness or crankiness. A remotely piloted aircraft operator told the GAO that they almost collided with another aircraft due to mental fatigue, and an aviation maintainer said sleep deprivation means a greater possibility of mistakes. And finally, we have a report from Lyman, Ukraine, where an understaffed group of medical professionals works long hours to treat gruesome battlefield injuries. Months after the Ukrainian army reclaimed the city, most of Lyman's residential buildings bear the scars of the fighting, and artillery fire echoes regularly through its near-empty streets. Find all of today's front page stories at WashingtonTimes.com/frontpage or on the Washington Times app, and find us wherever you get your podcasts. You can also find us on social media at Wash Times for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. For the Washington Times, I'm George Gerbo.